As Sorcerer Supreme, I insist that he not be punished for my actions.
You just admitted to breaking the law.
Ooh, bacon.
Greetings, Tasty Morsels. This is Reverse BLT here, and I'm about to watch the third episode of the first season of She-Hulk. This one is entitled The People versus Emil Blonsky. I think I called the second episode the third episode when I was closing out my video last time, but my brain is weird sometimes.
Dementia.
I am enjoying this series so far. I'm just going to say that the jank that was in the first episode wasn't really present in the second at all. Jennifer's character is interesting to me. Her relationships with her family, everything came off as real and believable. And I like that, we see these moments of awkwardness to balance out her bravado, and that we have this nervous trait of hers where she talks too fast and kind of talks over people when she really doesn't want to be confronted with information that she may not want to hear. I think that's a very interesting trait to include. It only shows a character flaw, and the fact that she is, that she has some anxiety underneath all of that bravado. I will say though, it is a trait that is easy to be misread by an audience, and I wonder if a lot of people will see it as someone being like just an asshole, when in reality it's just someone being nervous, so I'm curious how many people misread that. If a lot of people didn't like the character, I wouldn't be surprised if that's one of the reasons that they felt she came across as like some sort of a jerk because she talked over people all the time. But no, seriously, that really is just like a nervous habit that some people have, because you'll notice that every time that she's in those situations, when she gets past whatever it is that she is nervous about, she goes back to a more normal give and take in the conversation. Last episode, the biggest thing that happened, of course, is she was hired on without finding out how much she would be paid or what her benefits would be or anything else, to head up a new division for the law firm that she was opposed to, litigating against in the first episode. And they are having her head up a division that's dedicated entirely to taking on superhuman clients. We got a little discussion of, basically tokenism and the way people will perceive someone as not having earned their position if there's something about them that they can say, oh, this right here, that's the only reason you got hired, rather than the fact that the person's qualified, which was interesting. And her first client, is going to be the Abomination. And he's up for parole. She saw a great strategy to use to help his chances of getting released on parole. And then finds out at the end of the episode that apparently he decided to break out of prison and is now running around in underground fight rings. I am highly suspicious of that. Like, that doesn't seem right to me. It doesn't seem like a decision that he would make, considering the situation he was in at that moment. So I'm thinking we're going to find out that somebody is behind that and that there's some weird shenanigans going on. That's what I'm guessing.
You might have missed a couple things,
Also, I need to remember whether or not he had a team he was in that was made up of 8 people, because I'm still highly suspicious of that comment about him going off and doing things with his 7 soulmates. That just struck me, I don't know, it's still tickling the back of my head, like it's a reference to some sort of evil group that he might have been in or something. But anyway, let's just get right into this episode.
I can't wait to take on whatever case you want to assign to me.
Your first case is the parole of Emil Blonsky, also known as Abomination.
Oh, is it Blonsky? I keep calling him Blomsky.
Well, good for you, you're wrong.
Shocking footage leaked showing the Abomination participating in what appears to be an underground fight club.
Where every criminal defense attorney's worst nightmare is having their client do something really prejudicial in public right before the trial.
You said to my face that you never turn into the Abomination anymore.
No, I said I choose not to. I was forced to leave my cell, but I returned of my own free will.
Who forced you to escape this insanely high-security prison undetected?
A sorcerer supreme of the mystic arts, and his name is
Wong.
Is this something that happened in a movie that I didn't see? Finally, we get an acknowledgement that Doctor Strange is not Sorcerer Supreme, because everybody kept calling him Sorcerer Supreme. And I was like, guys, he hasn't been promoted to Sorcerer Supreme yet. They would tell us if that happens.
I know you can't wait to see Wong. I get it. I just want to make sure that you don't think this is one of those cameo every week type of shows. It's not. Well, except Bruce. And Blonsky. And Wong.
I love it when they break the fourth wall like that.
En la última hora, el hashtag The Big Green Woman, la gran mujer verde, se ha convertido en tendencia mundial.
The big green woman, really?
But then they gave it to a woman?
yeah, man.
Oh, so we're still talking. We're still leaning all the way into this.
I have no problem with female heroes. I'm just saying, make your own. I don't know about y'all, but I'd smash.
We're talking about comic book discourse right there. A lot of times what you'd get from people who would try to gatekeep the communities is that, well, just make your own character. But then when people make their own character, they'd be like, woke. You can't win with regressives, man. Oh, man, her model looks terrible in this shot. What's going on here?
About your life. You're a public figure now.
I'm sorry, it's more distracting than it was before. It's like there's a noticeable step down in quality for her character model right now. And I'm wondering why.
Jen, this is not gonna go away just because you're ignoring it.
Every minute I spend on this crap.
Well, it's not the model itself. It's more just like the lighting and everything. You know what?
Chicken butt.
I hate you.
Not as much rendering time. So maybe they redid the shots or something.
Ah, yes, Mallory Book is also in the Superhuman Law Division.
Yeah. No, I can't talk to a 10 about embarrassing man stuff. She could be my next fiance.
Happy to not be involved.
Be a lawyer? It looks cool. Yeah.
Dude, this guy's a sexual harassment lawsuit waiting to happen. Do not hire this guy.
He's been defrauded by an ex-girlfriend and wants to file a suit against her.
Oh, okay. This makes more sense. So he's hiring them.
The girlfriend in question is a shape-shifting light elf from New Asgard.
Wow.
Oh, a resident from Alfheim.
Well, to be fair, I thought I was dating Megan Thee Stallion.
Multiple Grammy Award winner, megastar Megan Thee Stallion.
What part of shapeshifter did you not get?
No, but her point is you should have realized something was up.
You thought she drove a Passat?
Or you see, this is why I don't want Walters.
I'm so sorry.
Everything Mr. Blonsky told you is factual. I extracted him from the prison against his own wishes because I required a worthy opponent as part of my training to become Sorcerer Supreme. And as Sorcerer Supreme, I insist that he not be punished for my actions.
You just admitted to breaking the law.
The parole board will not release him after seeing this video.
Oh, I know what you're thinking, Miss Walters. I'm not erasing everyone's memories, not again.
That's not what I was thinking, then. It's highly unethical.
Yeah, it's also very messy.
I kind of know what happened there, but I haven't seen the movie in which it happened.
You show up at the hearing and explain everything.
Very well. We'll reserve sorcery for strategy B.
Don't have your nose.
Oh, Wong.
How much money in cash and gifts did you spend on the Megan Thee Stallion imposter? How about I just say a number and you tell me higher or lower, okay? Considering that you bought her a mid-sized sedan, how about 50,000?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna say we're probably at least at 100.
No, it's more like 175.
$175,000. That's a whole house in parts of the country, Mr. Bukowski.
Yeah, right.
Oh, this guy is just a piece of shit. It's all around piece of shit. Oh my goodness. He's that guy who was like probably just never cool and spent a ton of time wanting to be cool and probably became a lawyer because he thought it was cool.
I'm not really Megan.
What's up, bro? How's it hanging, man? I'm gonna drop the case.
Wait, what? Just now?
Dude, it's the shapeshifter.
I was just embarrassed. But at some point in time, you gotta take personal responsibility.
I have to say, this is unexpected.
Well, it's just money after all.
Come on, dude. You've talked to the guy for long enough to know that this is not him.
Sorry, mister.
Oh.
This is Pug.
Hey, man. I think somebody towed my Cybertruck. They're saying it was a handicapped spot.
Oh my god, he even drives a freaking Cybertruck.
Security!
I love harassing women in the workplace. It's my kick, baby.
Not cool.
Let that be a war.
I like this. We're also getting a little bit into the complications of having Asgard be on Earth.
There is much public furor over the possible release of such
Wait, is that her? She-Hulk, can we get a word? Is it true you were rejected by the Avengers?
Jennifer Walters, also known as She-Hulk, rumored to have been
Oh my god. How rumors get started. So this looks like it's the same prison that S.H.I.E.L.D. had designed for the Hulk. I just realized that.
Are those your soulmates?
Oh, yeah.
In light of recent evidence of a prison escape, I think we all know how this is going to go. So let's keep this brief.
As Mr. Blonsky's counsel, I would love to address the alleged prison escape. We do have a witness who is able to clear Mr. Blonsky of any wrongdoing on his part.
Then we'll start with that then.
Well, yes.
As for a continuance. Wait, can you do a continuance in a parole hearing?
Mr. Blonsky, do you feel you have been rehabilitated?
I'd like to start by saying that I feel great remorse, great shame to those that I've harmed.
Dude, your body language isn't saying that, though.
I have changed emotionally, physically, metaphysically, spiritually, karmically, cosmically, interdimensionally,
etc.
Interdimensionally.
If released, would you have a place to live?
Yeah, you can rely on that.
Mr. Blonsky does own a plot of land on which he plans to work and reside.
He's going into farming.
No, actually, he plans to open a meditation retreat. You know.
And how does Mr. Blonsky intend to fund this endeavor?
No, she's trying to avoid saying that he's into polygamy.
He is currently in a long-term committed relationship with several pen pals, all of whom have pledged to financially support him.
Blair, Ruth, Marta, Sheila, Alejandra, Yvonne, and Nicolette.
He actually remembers all of their names just off the top of his head. Impressive.
Pen pal program. They are my better eights.
Better eights.
Love you.
I don't think we need to get into that any further. Any other questions?
Of course. Dang it, Wong.
Save you from a bad marriage.
That's it, Carl. Let it flow.
Now the library is more than just a quiet place to shiv someone.
instead of toilet wine.
Quiet place to shiv someone.
I'll release you, Linda.
Proud of you, Carl.
I love you so much.
We're done with Carl.
My apologies, Miss Walters. Emil.
Finally! I've asked Wong here today because he is the man responsible for Emil Blonsky leaving prison. And I do think you will see this whole thing in a totally different light after hearing from him.
But he broke the law. He's here to testify to the fact that he broke the law.
I'd like to move for dismissal of all charges against my client.
On what ground?
Runa is the daughter of an elfin diplomat on Asgard and now in New Asgard.
Did you know about this?
As such, she has diplomatic immunity.
That doesn't protect you from everything.
We are not in New Asgard.
Excuse me, Your Honor, but Asgard is not a place. It is a people.
Thor's inspirational speeches are not admissible.
How do you know about that inspirational speech?
No rational adult would have believed my client's texts were from the real Megan Thee Stallion. Mr. Bukowski knew he was dating Miss Runa and went along with it until it no longer suited him.
I did not.
I find it hard to believe that Mr. Bukowski could be fooled so easily. And the onus is on you to prove that, Mr. Pugliese. Miss Runa, your motion to dismiss is denied.
And when this is over, I'm canceling my Hollywood hookup subscription.
Jesus Christ, dude, you suck so hard.
In light of some new information I've just received, I'm changing my ruling.
You can't do that once it's entered.
Oh, come on, Runa. This is getting a little broad.
Impersonating a judge is illegal. Get down from there.
This is very good for us.
Yep.
If I could just put your minds at ease.
Oh, no, absolutely not. Emil!
It's fine. Jen.
Do we have like a smart abomination now? I mean, he already was like.
Emil! Calm down. Okay, everybody calm down. This proves that in every instance, Mr. Blonsky could have broken free, but has chosen to remain in his cell. As his stellar prison record reflects, Mr. Blonsky spent his entire incarceration practicing a strict regimen of training and self-discipline so that he may walk among his fellow citizens with no chance of becoming a rampaging abomination again. He deserves a future as a free man and a productive citizen.
I believe that's true. I don't know whether he's really reformed, but he really does deserve a chance. And he does seem to be working pretty hard to prove that he deserves a chance.
As for Mr. Wong...
Just Wong. The Sorcerer Supreme, master of the mystic arts, leader and former Liberian of Kamatage.
Yeah. You realize that you've just admitted to facilitating a prisoner escape?
I must depart.
You know, all Kamatage has to do is open an embassy and then they would have diplomatic immunity.
Oh my God, you're pregnant with the Abomination's baby, and you're flaunting a little baby
That's who the
bump.
father
God, Dennis Bukowski.
Oh, yeah, no, you're gonna need that.
Connecting the A and B story. Nice.
Oh my God, these fourth wall breaks are so great.
How would you describe your relationship to Mr. Bukowski?
We worked together for several years.
Did he ever share his personal life with you, specifically his dating life?
Yes, he would. Prolifically and unprompted.
You wanted to know.
Oh my God. Stereotypical man-child.
He once described himself as a New York 10 and an LA 11.
In your opinion, Miss Walters, do you think that Dennis Bukowski would believe that he could actually pull Megan the Stallion?
Yes. Dennis Bukowski is an almost pathologically entitled man. He would absolutely believe that he's dating the real Megan Thee Stallion because he is truly that delusional.
Truth hurts, bro.
I award full damages to Dennis Bukowski in the amount of $175,000.
Oh,
In addition,
not getting any
I
pain and
also
suffering.
sentenced the defendant to 60 days for impersonating a judge.
No. That's right. There's only one Megan Thee Stallion.
Well, the real Megan Thee Stallion just randomly shows up. Because that was her, wasn't it?
I'm with it. I'm hip.
I wish there was a way we could remove her powers and make sure she doesn't victimize anyone else.
Oh, did Dennis Bukowski just give me an idea? That will stay between us.
Oh, you're gonna try to take away Abomination's abilities. I wouldn't want my powers taken away, especially if I knew how to control them. It's like being neutered. That's probably not the right way to look at it, but it's like, you know, it's like having something vital taken away from you, like your sight or something.
You were right the first time.
We hereby grant Mr. Blonsky's release on parole effective immediately. As a condition of his parole, Mr. Blonsky is prohibited from turning into Abomination indefinitely.
Except under extreme circumstances, right?
Stay out of the news. That's all I ask. I don't want to read any more stories about either of us.
Well, you might want to reconsider that. I mean, they're going to write a story about you one way or the other. You know, better to be part of it, really.
Yeah, he really does seem to have discovered, like, an inner peace.
The Abomination is now a free man. And here with us in the studio, the lawyer responsible for his release, She-Hulk.
Yeah, my name's Jennifer Walters, not She-Hulk, and my client's name is Emil Blonsky, not the Abomination.
Well, they gave us the little time and ticker in the corner, just like you would do. See.
That's amazing. How did you come up with the name She-Hulk?
Funny story, I didn't. Some random guy on the news came up with it after thinking about it for like 2 seconds, but it stuck.
Better trademark that bitch.
When we come back, She-Hulk shares her diet and exercise secrets.
I'm sorry, what?
The type of crap that they always ask women when they interview them for anything. How do you stay so good looking? Who are you wearing? Why are you asking them that? You know, there's so many other things to ask them about.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, right?
Get off me.
If you're gonna strut around showing off your powers, you better be able to back it up.
What the heck is that thing? What are those things?
Did you guys rob an Asgardian construction worker?
Oh my god, are they making fun of the Wrecking Crew? Here's something she will need training for, though. Like how to use her strength against people in combat without harming normal people. 'Cause any of this could kill someone.
Back! Go! Fall back!
Take their stuff.
Did you get it? No.
When she turned into She-Hulk, I couldn't pierce that nasty green skin.
Boss gonna be mad.
Oh, they were hired by somebody specifically to try to get a blood sample. Interesting. It's interesting. The series on its serious side is really doing a decent job of delving into the dark side of, I guess, the dark side of fame more than anything. You know, we talk about stuff like this all the time, like how much of you does your audience deserve? You know what I mean? A lot of times fans act like they own actors and performers and things like that and refuse to let them have like did he leave them? Shows talking about a lot of stuff. And this has been one of the things that I've actually really been enjoying a lot about these MCU shows ever since they launched Phase 4. Granted, a lot of times they're not necessarily going as deep as I would like, but they are at least talking about a lot of these issues that people don't really talk about very often, especially not in television. I respect the hell out of that. Okay, I heard about this. And I heard that people got really pissed off about it. Why? This is hilarious.
Unsubscribe.
Oh, so I guess she's Megan Thee Stallion's biggest fan or something like that. And she got a chance to to dance with her. I don't know what on earth she would have been helping her do though, because she's supposed to be in charge of the superhuman law department. Megan Thee Stallion, as far as I know, has not been established in the MCU as some form of superhuman. The thing that made it an odd scene for me wasn't the twerking. It's just that I can't figure out what she was helping her with as a matter of law. You know? But anyway, I don't know. I thought it was funny. I love seeing how they're, interweaving in a lot of the different parts of the Marvel universe. Like we had a character who was a freaking elf from Alfheim in the Nine Realms and everything. That's Guardian refugee basically, running around up to no good. Someone's got to contact Valkyrie and ask her to keep better control over her subjects, because they can't just be running around shape-shifting and tricking people and stuff. And I love the fourth wall break where she leans in and goes, "Ooh, tying the A plot and B plot together, nice." Oh man, I do not yet. So far, I do not get what people were complaining about with this show at all.
I'm being misogynistic.
The only negative so far for me has been like some wonky CG. Everything else has been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed the heck out of this. Let me know what you guys thought. Do you think that Blonsky really is reformed, or do you think that he's going to come roaring back as Abomination? Considering that I'm pretty sure they're planning on doing a Thunderbolts movie and everything, or maybe a series, I don't know. But yeah, they got stuff coming down the pipeline that leads me to think that Abomination probably will be coming back, which is kind of unfortunate. I kind of want to see him go off and retire in the country with his little family and just, I don't know, live the polygamous dream out there somewhere in paradise. That's just, I would just love for that to be how Abomination's story ends in the MCU. That'd just be so priceless. I love the way that the show is, again, like I said, a lot of series don't really touch on these stuff, but I love the fact that the show is trying to at least kind of give a look at these different issues, like, tokenism in the workplace, the stuff women go through on a daily basis in the workplace and just in their personal lives, the role of fame and managing your public perception versus your private life and all these sorts of things. That's really cool. I think it's really great that Marvel has been taking the opportunity to do more than just do the standard superhero thing in these shows. So I'm here for it. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and, assuming that I still have battery life on my phone, I'm going to check that real quick. I'm going to go ahead and get right on to episode 4 and continue this binge. And I think I'll call it a day after that because I'm starting to get very hungry. Let me know, again, like I said, what you guys thought. Talk to me in the comments. Like and subscribe if you haven't and if you feel like it. And I will see you for the next one. Do your best, as always, to stay safe and be well. Don't hawk out. Bye-bye.
Commence to juggling.
Yeah, swing your partner around and around.